What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a good day and had a good week. Working on the Cefiro today, got some new wheels for it. Picked them up a while ago and I've been sitting on them for a while. Haven't put them on mainly because of my thumb, but it's healing up now. I'm actually going to be able to do some work on it. So yeah, like I said, I picked this up a while ago. I got them for a really good deal and yeah, we're gonna chuck them on the car today. Also, while the car's up in the air, I'm gonna go over it, make sure that all the bolts and everything are all tight, it's nothing loose. Because fingers crossed, I'll actually be going to Kaikoura next weekend and do some more drifting, so yeah, look forward to that. So the wheels that I got, I've had a set of these before. I had them on the car a while ago. The ones I had before were a little bit beat up. They'd come off a drift car and I ended up selling them because I didn't really like the way that they looked. I didn't really like the way that they looked because the lips had been painted black on them, as where these ones are still original with the chrome lips. And these are what I got. So if you're not familiar with these are called D1Rs. They are a real common wheel to be run on like Cefiros and Skylines and stuff, especially here in New Zealand. I reckon they're a pretty good looking wheel. So these are a 17 by 9 all round, pretty standard size wheels to go on a Cefiro or a Laurel Skyline, etc. 4 brand new tires on them, which is really good. 2 35 45 17s, so should fit under the guards pretty nicely. Shouldn't have to modify them too much. Unfortunately, they have this shit on them. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it off, but even if I can't, like I said, I picked these wheels up for a really good deal, and yeah, if I can't get that off, then they'll probably just end up on the Sylvia here as drift spares. Well, dumb low car problems, having to drive it up on wood to be able to jack it up properly. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go over everything and make sure everything is tight, and I'm going to do that while the wheels are off before I put the new ones on. So yeah, just going to go through, make sure that every bolt that I've touched is tight. And I do this pretty much before any time I go and drive this car hard. It's just like a peace of mind thing, really. Like, you know, when you're driving these cars pretty hard, anything can happen, so yeah, it's best to just make sure that everything's tight and nothing comes off or falls apart when you're on track, because that isn't a good time. Well, I think these guards might need to be rolled just a tad, but I'll put them on, drop it down and see how it looks. Alright, so this is how the wheel's looking at the moment. Got a bit of poke going on, so wait till we see when it drops down, but yeah, might have to look at massaging the fenders a little bit. Well, while the front's up, gives me a chance to show you that mount that Robbie did for me the other week. So it's pretty extensive mount. Goes from the little resonator there and the front of the exhaust and crosses over and connects to the back of the gearbox. So yeah, this exhaust is now supported in the middle here, so it's not hanging off the back of the turbo, which is good. Well, it's on the ground now, and well, by ground I mean wood, and the fitment is pretty good, pretty tight. There's like actually a decent bit of room there. So I mean, it's still got to settle a little bit, but I don't know, I might get away with it. We'll see. I like it though, it looks good. Alright, time to jack the back up and put the backs on, get rid of the fucking GDSTs. Well, the backs are on. And as you can see, the fitment is pretty good. Can't get my finger in there. So, pretty happy with that, to be honest. These wheels look a lot better than I thought I would. yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they've come out, to be honest. Front settled down a bit more, and yeah, the fitment in the front's pretty good. Turned the front wheel before, and it doesn't rub, so that's a good sign. Right, so I'm going to take it around the block and see if it rubs. It's the best way to figure out if it does rub or not. Set my GoPro up, and yeah. Well, test drive was a success. It doesn't really scrape at all. It only really scrapes if you're going quick over a big bump, but I mean, you're going to get that no matter what with a car that's low. But fuck, I'm real happy with how this looks. Like, obviously they're like good wheels and it's going to make the car look good, but I don't think it'd make it look this good. I don't know how it's going to turn up on camera, but in person, I really love the way that these wheels look. So obviously I went over the all the suspension and stuff, and a couple of things were a little bit loose, but that was sort of more in the rear. But the last time I went drifting, if you guys watched the video, you'll remember at one point we stopped and checked the front because there was a bit of a knocking and nothing was loose. And I went over the front again when I was putting the wheels on, and again nothing's loose, but there still seems to be some sort of knocking. So I'm assuming that there's a bush or some sort that's gone in the front left. So gonna have to figure that out at some point. Alright, quick update. Figured I'd tell you guys now, so don't leave you hanging for a potential Kaikoura video. Didn't end up going. The Friday, the day before that we were supposed to go, it rained, and the way that Kaikoura is, if it rains, it just turns into a complete swamp. Right now, at the time of filming this, it's Monday, and we've just been announced that everything is on like complete lockdown for the next 4 weeks. So, gonna try and bring you guys some content, but there's not really much I can do. I was actually hoping to buy some bits and pieces to work on the Sylvia, but yeah, no, unfortunately, probably won't be able to do much for the next couple of weeks. But see you guys when I see you, and yeah, cheers for the support.